the game. It's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets, and it comes your way next.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you got quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Anders Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go from East Rutherford. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Prescott here from the gun. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun is Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Cowboys putting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. And bringing them out, an electrifying runner and a former 1st-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields.
There's still lots of people around the NFL that believe that Justin Fields' best football's in front of major believers of him as an upper-tier quarterback. And the reason why, Kate, is he's got physical traits that are just unique and different. He can run it like a running back, and he can spin a football as well. In fact, that running ability is some of the best in the game. But just continuing to build and refine his game as a passer between the tackles, that will be the key to the longevity of his career.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Hall once more. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Fields on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Hall takes it straight ahead. He'll cobble together a yard there. The tackle made by Mozzie Smith. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
The give on 2nd to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
To the air, 3rd and long. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Coming right is Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Here's 2nd and 11. He gets it complete to Josh Reynolds. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Got for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Out of the shotgun, Fields escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They give to Hall on the draw. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Fields out of the gun. Completed to Reynolds. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. They've got first down from the 31. First down, here's Dak. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Third and just 2 to go. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Dak now from the gun. It's caught. Ferguson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. It's Prescott. Dump off to his fullback. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Another throw for Prescott. He's on the move. Now he takes it. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Flush down out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys pull ahead 6-3 in the first. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Xavier Gibson now to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Fields to throw. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. It's the same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jets offense now set to take over. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Fields coming back after the pick. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. He'll get this complete to Lazard. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. Past midfield to the 45. And finally stopped at the 34. They got 24 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They go right back to Hall. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Fields. Caught by Lazard. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Gets to space right side. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets lower the deficit to a single possession. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Anders Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
5 DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. Working out of the gun. It's Prescott. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. Xavier Gipson on to return for the Jets. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. That's taken at the 15. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And it'll be Jets football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And that's good for a gain of 5. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 27. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains, and it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Tight end reels in the shallow throw.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that could create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try to run for it with Hall. Escapes a defender. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Hall running between the tackles. And this one doesn't go far. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it ahead down to the 33. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Fields now on third. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it'll be 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards of them into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Fields throwing here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Fields out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Hey, I get it. You know, there are times as a decision maker playing quarterback, you take a sack and you cut your losses. But when you get an opportunity in the red zone on 3rd down, you'd love to give your guy on the other end a chance. Because a touchdown, well, we know in the course of outcomes of games, so much more influential than settling for a field goal.
Anders Carlson on now for the field goal try. This from just 23 yards away. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's 2nd down coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Prescott now on third down. He's going to push one deep down the right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up fourth down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at a huge gain.
The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Fields to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. He's stepping up and takes off. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out! And the Cowboys scoop it up. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Cowboys offense headed out there. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Prescott here from the gun. Complete out to the right. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Dak now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10, Prescott. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Dak throwing again. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Room inside the 10. And he has it all the way down to the 8. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's got it. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Dak. He's got it. Touchdown, Dallas. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys grow their lead to 8. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Gibson now to return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Jets back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw Fields. That's brought in by Lazard. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Hall takes it straight ahead. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed to Reynolds. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He's on the move. He's running with it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Finding Reynolds. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They run. Here's Hall. And that play is brought to a halt. So they're going to say at the 5-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
Going to the ground again on first. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Blitz coming here. Fields. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
And he hits the extra points. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Turpin with a return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Cowboys about set to take over. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing on first is Prescott. He's throwing deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Escapes the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Dak out of the pistol. Throw secured by George.